Hello, and welcome to Critically Disdained. This review is going to be for the album Discovery from the band Gathering of Kings. I was requested to review this album, and it was the first time anyone has requested a review of an album from me, so I was happy to do it, and I'm very glad that I did. The format for this review will be different from my first two reviews for a couple reasons. One is the Gathering of Kings is new enough that there wasn't a lot of previous material from them for me to listen through before listening to and reviewing Discovery. Second, the record flows in such a way that singling out songs is not necessary, but a whole review can be done as a whole, pointing out bits and pieces from the entirety of the album. First, I want to try and give some background to the band, who, at least based on what I could find, because it's kind of hard to find information on them, about what their overall sound entails. So before checking them out to review Discovery, I hadn't actually heard of Gathering of Kings. So I had to do some digging. There's not a lot of information out there in regards to this band. I have emailed them with a few questions specifically to find out information about who all is in the band. You can find a little bit, but nothing that is super clear about it. The most conclusive information is in their Spotify biography, and it reads as follows. Gathering of Kings is created and supervised by Ron Dahlgren and Nina Dahlgren, bringing together top musicians from the current hard rock scene in Sweden. So from what we know, they have multiple vocalists and instrumentalists, which is pretty cool. So it's basically a Swedish supergroup. When you listen to their music, you can feel their Nordic symphonic metal influences, in the same vein of Nightwish or Apocalyptica or Wintersun. Their music gives you the feeling that you're going on a grand adventure, much in the same way that Iron Maiden or Dragon Force brings you on their journey burdened with glorious purpose. That's the way the music made me feel listening to it. Now, the things to be said about Discovery, the album Discovery, could actually be said about their other album as well. From start to finish, you're brought into another realm. They fuse so many elements, which makes sense because they are intended to be an album-oriented rock group, and a group that you can enjoy in an arena, a big, grand sound. When you listen to their music, they fuse elements of 80s metal throughout the album. Throughout, you get all the things. You get the drums, you get guitars, you get keyboards. They present so many pieces at once, but they mold together to create something fresh, but still paying tribute to the classic sounds of rock. There seems to be multiple vocalists, I believe. I don't think there is one main vocalist, but I think some of them do share the main pieces. I'm waiting to hear back from the email to know a little bit more about that, actually. But it's all knit together so well. The vocals create a distinct sound, yet at times the vocals sometimes hit me like Bruce Dickinson, especially on the song December, it's a very good song. You should check that out for sure. But then other times you feel elements of Ronnie James Dio. So far they have 2 albums that they have already released. They are supposed to release another album coming out this summer 2022. The concept of this band and those albums are so intricate, and the whole idea has so many pieces to it that it has the immense potential to fail. However, they have pulled it off and have done it with style. Overall, you can hear the similarities to melodic rock groups that have gone before them, but they vary it enough that they have made it their own thing and have done it fantastically well. I give the album and ultimately the band as well an 8.5 out of 10 for both the rock elements and the quality that they bring to the table. I look forward to hearing more from them in the future for sure. As usual, if you like this review, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on the socials. I can be found on most platforms under the handle Half Eaten Salad. I also post the audio of this and other videos I make on the streaming services. Just search for Critically Disdained and you should be able to find me. If you want to keep up to date on upcoming album releases, join me on Discord. I post there as soon as I hear about new albums being announced, as well as throwing quick clips up onto TikTok. And lastly, you can follow me on Spotify, where I'm constantly creating and updating playlists. I am slowly starting to make playlists on YouTube as well that mirror what I have on Spotify, but that'll take a bit longer. So follow me on Spotify. I'm constantly creating and updating those playlists. I'll leave links in the description below for all those things that I mentioned. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time here on Critically Disdained.